Welcome to the podcast that has earned special recognition in 2019 and 2020 as one of the very best podcasts in marketing research. This is Research Business Daily Report. And you can go to RBDR's exclusive community at the crowdfunding platform patreon.com/RBDR, where you can lend your support. This is Bob Lederer for more than 25 years, the respected voice in market research. I think one of the most notable rollouts during the 2020 pandemic has been the IRI CPG Demand Index Forecasting Service. Now, it offers incredible new data designed to help marketers with information voids caused by the coronavirus. But what convinced me to mention this to the RBDR audience is not only the data novelty, but its cost. Much of the service is free to any and all companies. In other words, you don't need to be an IRI client to take advantage of it. And even that surprised me. IRI President of Strategic Analytics, Davey, offered us some important details. KK?
Once coronavirus hit, all of us were, clearly trying to figure out what to do. And after the initial few weeks of shock that everybody experienced, we as IRI management team got together and said, how can we really help the industry in general, broader, and our customers, of course, our clients, but more also the public policy experts, others involved with food industry in particular, and CPG grocery industry in general, and what information can we provide? We are sitting on a wealth of data, and given out of stocks that were rampant at that time in the first couple of weeks, how can we provide what we have, our assets, data, in such a way that the industry can meaningfully leverage it to satisfy the needs of the community and the consumers. So that was really how we started looking at various pieces of information that would be most useful to the industry. So we launched a CPG demand index. We launched, more importantly, a CPG supply index. And later on, we launched a CPG inflation tracker, all with the aim of providing very timely information on a weekly basis, and in some of these cases on a daily basis, so manufacturers can get the right products to the right regions, to the right customers, quickly and promptly. And this is not restricted only to IRI users. This is up in our public domain. So public policy experts, other stakeholders involved in the industry can quickly access information. That was really our objective. We did this more as a service to the industry and help make the right decisions. In stock is about 90 to 93% in most of the CPG categories. Pre-COVID, normal era behavior. We are still running at an 80%, 80 to 85% in stock for many categories. So that's on the supply side, and we actually have a US map where you can just click and pick some categories and see, is it red, is it available, it's not available, green is available, red is not available or not available as much. So you can very quickly visually see it, so you can try and fulfill those gaps. In terms of demand, we have seen spikes of 30 to 40% up demand in some categories, while some of the categories and some of the departments, aisles, suffered, like floral, for instance, went down. In-store bakery went down, while paper towels and home care aisles, etc., were spiking. So there's a huge variation. Before, we used to be operating in a world of 2 to 5% variations, right? Growth. Now we are looking at minus 15 to plus 30, 40% variation. That causes a lot of stress in the system, because we all kind of got used to just-in-time inventory, just-in-time production, and suddenly now we have to adjust to this. And so the industry is, of course, coping with it. Should I invest in more plants, not plants, etc., etc.? And therefore, we launched a demand forecasting index too. So recently, we just launched it. So we are giving you a rough overall forecast, best case, worst case, so you can get a feel for it. Of course, for your category, you need to come and talk to us. But in general, for the industry, where do we see things heading out for the next 4 to 6 quarters. You could just log into IRI website. It's called iriworldwide.com. And you can just search there, and it'll be there on the landing page. It'll say COVID-19 dashboard. And within that COVID-19 dashboard, we have a wealth of information. You can click on this link called CPG demand, CPG indicators. Let me actually give the economic indicators is a phrase that we have used. So the economic indicators, you click on that, and immediately you'll get a menu of options. Then you can say, hey, I want to look at supply, or I want to look at demand. And then you click on that, and we have it for multiple countries, not only the US, even though we started only for the US. Then we added UK, France, Netherlands, Spain, Italy, Germany, Greece, and also a global view. So you could compare and contrast across countries as COVID was evolving. And you can look at a lot of this information by department, by aisle, by region, by retail format, by state. So if COVID spikes in certain states, what is happening to the demand in those states? What's happening to the supply in those states? We can also look at inflation, which is also a concern as a number of people are unemployed, and recessionary behavior is starting to take hold with unemployment benefits cut and stimulus bill in question. So what is happening to inflation? We also have basket information. We have shopper information. How shoppers, are they taking the usual number of trips? Are they taking fewer trips? They're taking, buying larger baskets. Now we recently added information on e-commerce, information on various channel shifting. All of this with the eye of, make this information available so people, whoever needs that information, can use it easily.
That wraps up today's Research Business Daily Report. If you make it a habit to watch RBDR either occasionally or maybe even every day, you show good taste. But we also assume that you find RBDR is time well spent, or you wouldn't be watching. And we don't want you to hesitate to recommend any of our videos our videos to any of your friends and peers. Please do so. And we hope you'll consider becoming an RBDR Patreon supporter, which is easily doable at patreon.com/RBDR. So have a great research day, and we'll look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow. Until then, above all, stay safe.